Okay, number 10. Number 10, a little bit tricky here. These questions do get tricky, so you got to be really careful with what they're giving you, what you're working with, and what they're asking for. So it says here, if 85% of the population of Alberta has Rh positive blood, a dominant trait, what is the percentage of Albertans that are expected to be heterozygous? So heterozygous 2PQ, we've seen this before. Record your answer to the nearest whole percentage. So they want this answer in percentage. Now the trick of this question is that they're giving you what the dominant percentage is. So that's the dominant, but we know we can't use that because out of that 85%, some of these are going to be P squared guys, homodom, or some of them could be 2PQ and they will still represent as the positive. So because there's two possibilities, we can't use that 85%. What we are going to do though is find what the Rh negative population or percentage of the population is going to be. So how we do that, just take 100% of the population, subtract 85% of the population that is Rh positive, and we should come up with the percentage, 15%, that is going to be Rh negative. That's the number that we want to use in our calculations, and we've already kind of determined why. Now, if you are Rh negative, it's because you are Q squared. Again, you can't just have a Q and have the negative particular trait here. You have to have two of those recessive traits, so Q squared. So Q squared equals 15% of the population. Of course, we can't use the percentage, the percentage. We have to divide that by 100 in order to get the decimal. So the decimal comes out to, or move it over to the left two places, and that becomes 0.15 Q squared. Now, they want to know hetero, so we're going to have to go use that and find P. But we need to find a single Q, and we do that by square rooting 0.15, and that gives us a single Q, so we can go find P now. So that becomes 0.3873. We'll carry about 4 decimal places, should give us a correct answer. We go find P now by going P is 1 minus, let's just put Q here. P equals, when we calculate that, 0.6127. And again, the general rule is don't round off in the middle of the question unless they've asked you to do that in the question. So here we're just going to keep all of these 2PQ. We're now going to just pop that into the formula. 2 times 0.6127, which is our P value, multiply our Q value, which is 0.3873. And when we do that, we got a 2PQ heterozygous going to be 0.47. They want it in percentage, so we're going to change that to 47% of the population, right, is going to be heterozygous, meaning 2PQ. Okay, so the only trick is they gave you the dominant frequency. We're just going to subtract that, or 100 subtract from that, to get the negative, the Rh negative, the recessive frequency. And that's the one that we must use in these kind of calculations. Okay, any questions, let me know. Thanks.